This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Districts in Canada,
from the Pacific to Atlantic, anytime and wherever you are. Join us.
You are watching, listening, and streaming on INCRadio.
Watching, listening, and streaming on INCRadio. INCRadio Canada. Join us. Join us, join us, join us. INCRadio Canada. Join us.
Good evening, Canada. Good morning, Philippines, and good afternoon, world. We are now live here in Canada in the District of Quebec and Atlantic, Canada. I'm your co-host for this evening. My name is Brother Carlo from that district, and also I'm not alone. I'm also with our lovely co-host this evening.
Good evening, Brother Carlo, and bonjour to everyone. I'm Sister Nina Nobelio, all the way from the local congregation of Beaconsfield. And like what Kuya Carlo said, we are from the District of Quebec and Atlantic. Time check right now, it's 8:03 in the evening, Eastern Daylight Time. And we are not also alone. We have one panelist for tonight. Sister Joy, would you like to please
Hi,
introduce
Sister
yourself?
Joy.
Hi, dear viewers and listeners. I'm Sister Alec, or they usually just call me Sister Joy. I'm from the district of Quebec and Atlantic, Canada, and from the locale of Beaconsfield.
Yes, welcome, everyone. And please don't forget to go to our comment section and leave your comments. And hello to everyone. You are now tuning into INCRadio Canada, changing lives through God's words. And we are live right now. And of course, we also have our topic for tonight. Kuya Carlo, would you like to introduce our topic for tonight?
Of course. So again, we've been talking a lot about gratitude and things that change in our lives, but also something that affects our lives is what brings me joy, what brings us joy in our lives. And so that's our topic. That's what we'll be discussing throughout our whole hosting this evening. So again, to all our listeners and viewers, we hope that you guys will all leave us your answers, give us your inputs in the comments section. Also give us a like on that, and be free to share your ideas. What brings you joy, not only in everything that you do, and especially in your life, what brings you joy. So
This comments are so funny. It's by one person and one person only. So Sister Joy, would you like to read the comments?
Yes, from Sister Rose Gaviola, INCRadio Canada brings me joy. Greetings to all our brothers and sisters around the world. Tuning in from District Saskatchewan. Take care, everyone. And she also said, Sister Nina brings me joy too. Hello.
She's my friend. That's why she's like overly complimenting me.
And hello, Sister Joy, the perfect panelist for the
Because Sister Joy brings us joy.
right.
Hi,
No
Ate
pun
Oz.
intended.
Hi to Oz.
And hello to
Opo.
Ka John as well po. And
But we also just have a comment that just came in also from Brother Mario Oka. Good morning here in the Philippines. Enjoy watching here on INCRadio Canada. So again, to all our listeners and viewers, let us know in the comments what brings you joy. And so
But
I know right now,
before-
sorry.
do you have like shout outs before we go on ahead? Because I feel like our topic is pretty self-explanatory. It's very
Mhm.
simple. So, would you like to greet anybody first, Kuya Carlo and Sister Joy? I feel like Sister Joy first. Would
Go
you
for
like to
it. Go
greet
for it. Sister
anyone?
Joy.
I'd like to greet my parents that are watching right now, both, and they're currently in Lezipo in Quebec. So take care for always, and please make sure to come back safe. And as well as my sisters who are watching upstairs. Hi.
Yeah, I think if you check the comments, you have one of your sisters that commented also. What did they say?
Oh yeah. Speaking of,
Nick.
you don't want to you don't want to read her
Oh,
comments.
she said happy viewing.
Happy viewing. There we go. And I just want to greet my parents, for brother Glenn Novelio and sister Grace Novelio. Happy anniversary today.
Happy
29
anniversary po.
years married. Yes, and I would also like to greet si Ate Ira, who is, I think she got back from Toronto. She's from the district of Eastern Ontario, which we were formerly like in one district before po. And as well as to brother Brother Mark Garcia, belated happy birthday yesterday po. Yan. How about you, Kuya Harlow? Would you like to greet anyone?
First and foremost, I'd like to greet my family that is here with me. Um, our big family. So God be willing, also give a big shout out to my ate. So
Oh,
hopefully in the future we'll have an even bigger family. Shout out also to the brethren in the locale of Montreal for always being so supportive, spreading a lot of love and happiness, and also to our district of Quebec and Atlantic Canada.
that's what's up. That's what's up. And we are so excited because we have a lot of videos to share tonight.
Mm.
And one of which is from an activity that we did in the past 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago,
Yes, two
if
weeks
I'm
ago.
not mistaken. Yeah. And Sister Joy, would you like to greet another comment from
Yes.
someone familiar?
Yes, hi to Ate Michaela Faith Plus. Happy viewing po from the locale of Montreal. Hi po Ate Nina, Kuya Carlo, and Joy Joy. Hi po Ate.
There you go. So again, to all our listeners and viewers, our topic this evening we'll be talking about is what brings you joy, what brings you happiness in this life, everything that makes you feel good, right? So again, so like with everything that's happening in the world, there's a lot of things that um, everyone in general can get caught up with, right? Life gets busy. We
Yes.
take things for granted, and we don't actually pay attention to the things that make us happy because we're always moving on with the next step and finding out what's the next thing to bring us joy. But we know sometimes we have to like live in the moment and like enjoy what's making us happy. So
Not Kuya Carlo already answered
sorry, I
this
just
question,
had to say that.
but it's true. I agree with everything you said. And speaking of like our joys in life, one of which are our activities. So,
Hmm?
Kuya Carlo, I think it's best to introduce what's your next segment.
CFO in action. All right.
Yo.
So for our district here in the District of Quebec in Atlantic Canada, the activities we have coming this month and even next month. So tomorrow there will be a secretary special gathering at the Beaconsfield Chapel at 6 in the evening. So for all secretaries, again, that will be your special gathering at the Beaconsfield Chapel, as well as on next week there will be a career orientation for the CBI organization. So for all the students, you will have a career orientation activity. So that will
Yes, I
also be
believe we have a poster for that, Kuya Carlo.
you can
Kuya,
you can
Kuya
show that
Tech, please flash it.
yeah
um,
career.
one of our well, Kuya Carlo, can you tell me what will happen on that
Mhm.
activity?
Right. So that will be next Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Beaconsfield Chapel. So what is to happen? It's like a career convention where for all the students they will be taught how to navigate, where to navigate after their high school years. Specifically for high school students, as you can see, because again, once you're done with high school, there's a lot of many places you can go to, either CJEP, university, vocational, all that stuff. So that activity aims to direct the brethren in the path which they want to go, whether their dream goals, their dream careers. It's a way for them to guide them and not to be so lost with all the opportunities that they have.
Just like Sister Joy, but I believe Sister Joy
Mm.
already chose a career
She
path.
knows her path.
Yes.
Sister Joy knows that path. So yes, but there will be a lot of things to expect there. presenters, speakers to talk about their work experience and sharing the things that can help the students choose a better career. Also, we have on June 22, there will be a musical evangelical mission here in our district. A big excitement for our district. So all of us to look forward to that. Many performances to see, many groups. I believe a lot of rehearsals are already taking place. So again, that will be a grand musical evangelical mission on June 22nd at College of Boboa. And lastly, also for our month, we have the district-wide Tagisan ng Talino, or in other words, CWS Bible Quiz. That will be on June 29th. So that will be at the Montreal Place of Worship.
We gonna be busy, that's for sure. Sister Joy, can I ask you what's one thing you're looking forward for the CBI orientation day?
Definitely for representation from my program. So I'm in nursing po, so I can't wait what the older students have to say about program and who would want to be recruited.
Wow. How about Sister Joy? What if somebody asks you, Sister Joy, after everything that you've heard about nursing, why did you still choose nursing?
I don't know.
She was put on the spot.
He feels like that's what my heart feels. So like I'll just go for it.
Yes. And I'm for sure she prayed about it. And it's a duty, all in all, nursing in the medical field, right? It's not an easy task to do. Anyways, and I think we have another poster for our CFO in action po. I believe it's from the district of Toronto, if I'm not mistaken po. If not po, then we're gonna move on to our next
Well,
segment.
I think also we have like for next month in July for the Kaliwas in the Binhi. There you go.
Oh,
So,
wait, Kuya, here we go.
Toronto Chapel.
Toronto.
So they have a Kadiwa team building. Oh yes, I remember. I think Sister Diane from the district of Toronto or Southern Ontario. Yes, they have a Kadiwa team building activity. So as you say, there fun games to strengthen the teamwork skills and create bonds with more brethren. So all the brethren in Toronto join in the activity because it also helps you to socialize and to connect with one another. So with that being said, also activities for the Kadiwa and Binhi in our district next month to expect is the fun run and the outdoor
Hot pot.
Korean barbecue. So that those two will be combined together. The general idea is that we'll be at a park and have like a nice barbecue all together while doing some fun games, either like volleyball. So
Hey,
we have
that's
the fun run
supposed
there.
to be.
Up to you. You can play volleyball. You can go for a run around the block. So a really fun socializing day.
Yeah, all in all, just have fun. And we also have this poster making
District of Greater
contest
Toronto. Yeah.
in Greater Toronto.
So share
Okay.
your faith, June 8th, 2025.
And Sister Joy, can you please read the comments? I feel like we have more comments from Brother Maximo Panal Jr.
Yes po, Brother Maximo Pinal Jr. said, Happy viewing po mga kapatid mula dito sa lokal ng Colon District ng Carcar City, Cebu. And from Brother JC Almarigo, happy viewing. Hello, INCRadio Canada. And Ate May Ibarnia said, happy viewing po from the locale of Beaconsfield, TC, and Atlantic. And from LJ Palomino, hi, tuning in from the heart of Canada, district of Manitoba.
There you go.
Thank you, Sister Joy.
I think that was the first time I heard Jojo speak like Tagalog. Like, it was
Really?
fluent.
No.
I've heard her before. She knows how to speak.
Well, I'm gonna learn from Georgia too, because when I was reading the comments too, I'm still like stuttering a bit, but she read that fluently.
That's how she gives us joy. We learn from her, even though she's just 17 years old.
Likely.
Anyways, okay, so we're done with CFO in action. What do we have up next, Kuya Carlo? What segment?
We have catching up with Canada. So, Kuya Tech, if you can play catching up with Canada.
Welcome back to Catching Up with Canada. Let's see what our brethren have been up to this week and what other activities we can expect.
Okay, so here we go. Sister Gina, do you remember the activities we had? You, Sister Joy?
Yes, Brother Carlo. Yesterday we held an evangelical mission that was district wide. It was in the Beaconsfield Chapel, and a lot of guests came. We also had a socializing after. All in all, the perfect way to spend your Friday evening. And this Tuesday, we're also going to have another evangelical mission, which will be done in the Montreal Place of Worship, right,
Yeah.
Kuya
Yes.
Carlo?
Yeah, in the Montreal Place of Worship at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. So even if it's a weekday, the work of our Almighty God continues. Even
Mm.
though we're busy with our everyday lives, we still make time to share our faith. So see you there, everyone. And just like what Kuya Carlos said earlier, we have a secretary's special gathering tomorrow. At what time was it?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. So see you, everyone. See you there. And that's it for our catching up with Canada. I'm sure we have a lot of activities happening, not just here in Quebec and Atlantic, as well as to all the districts nationwide. All right. So I
Oh,
think it's just
with
about time.
yeah, I think with all the activities that are happening and the activities to expect, there are a lot of things that, going back to our topic, can bring us joy. And so, let's ask Joy herself, what
Joy, joy.
brings you joy, Sister
Um,
Joy?
there are a lot of things that bring me joyful, but most definitely, but it would be singing in the choir and being a choir member. But for sure, I have always had a passion for music and for singing, and it's really a blessing that God gave me the opportunity to use this talent for in singing in the worship service and giving Him joy and giving Him.
Hmm. That's so nice and so genuine.
Yeah.
Especially from, I'm sure you didn't just start when in the adult worship service, right? You
Yes, yeah,
started in CWS.
yeah. Ever since I was like 7 years old. Or 8.
And until now, she's 17. So 10 years later.
Mm.
How about you, Kuya Carlo?
One thing that brings me joy a lot, and it's sunk in a lot more deeper now. It's being a CWS teacher. So, um, seeing that there's a lot more kids growing up, and you see them going from CWS younger child to growing up to teenagers, like first year high school and stuff. Not saying that I'm that old, but I'm saying as we're
We weren't
getting
we weren't
older,
saying anything. We weren't saying anything.
as I'm getting older, a little tear, but
You're
like
young.
yeah,
You're young,
seeing the
brother Carlo.
kids grow and they you start realizing that they still have so much to learn in this world, and then being a teacher to them and showing them the good things of the world rather than um, always trying to protect them from the things that can harm them. In a way, you're inspiring them and just trying to connect with them. That's what brings me joy, like being able to relate to them and just having that feeling when you've made an impact when they see you and they're like, "Oh, it's Kuya Carlo," or something like that. That's like a feeling that you can't really explain because you just know that they're looking at you. The They see you as an example or as an inspiration in a way. We
Hmm.
don't know how. I don't know what made them. I'm not saying it's for self gratitude and anything, but it's a rewarding feeling because we were able to perform our duty as a teacher and knowing that we didn't impact their lives, it- they feel safe and they feel comfortable around us. So that's
You're
what brings me
part of
happy.
the bigger picture, you
Like
know.
like this morning when I performed for the local congregation of Point Claire, I haven't been there I think for almost a year because we were so busy this past year performing and
Mm.
being with our own locales. But I haven't seen the children there in a while. And so when I went there, a lot of a few children they came up to me and they were like so excited to see and like um, to receive the words through the worship service. So you can see their faces and they're really paying attention. And some of them even grew in their offices. They used to be Siloes choir, but now they're like watchers and collecting and all that stuff. So
How
very
was that?
very rewarding.
Yes.
How about you?
'Di ba? It doesn't just give you joy for yourself because you're just an instrument, 'di ba? You're an instrument of God's work, and that's basically it. And it's a great part to be a part of the bigger picture, which is our Almighty God's blessings. Aw, doesn't that just warm your heart up? And speaking of warmth, we have comments, Sister Joy, that are yet to read.
Yes, but from Sister Daisy Ree, happy viewing po, good morning po sa lahat. And from Sister Jessie Hila, good morning po mga kapatid.
Shout
Info
out
to
to your sisters.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everyone that's watching. We have 15 views right now. We have a lot of brethren in the comment section. So again, our topic is what brings you joy. So let us know in the comments what brings you happiness, what brings you joy. And also, we have
Speaking of,
someone that just joined us also. We have Sister
yes.
LJ. Sister LJ, how are you, Paul?
Hello, hello, INCRadio Canada. Hi, Kuya Carla. Hi, Virginia and Sister Alec. I am Sister Alja Palman, all the way here from the heart of Canada, here in the District of Manitoba.
Yun. How are you, Sister Eldrin?
I'm good. You know what? I've been so busy. The setup looks a little different because we finally moved into our new house. So
Congratulations.
this is what currently brings me joy. That's why I was like, oh, let me hop on real quick.
Mhm.
Just say hi.
Yes.
How are you? Would you like to give a shout out or maybe something? Would you like to say
Yes, I'll
greetings?
also like to greet my home district, of course, the District of Manitoba, to our district minister, Brother Roland W. Andrade, our assistant district minister, Brother LJ Ricardo, and of course, our CFO and district multimedia advisor, Brother Kyle Solana. Ayan
Oh,
natin.
shout out to
Kaya-
Kuya Kyle. Welcome
Yes,
po, Kuya
we're
Kyle.
waiting for the baby's arrival.
Yes, I know
Maybe any day.
Ate's due date is almost the same as my ate. So
Yeah. So I saw
expecting
her
the
the
same
other
time.
day, and her stomach is just popping, you know.
Popping. She's growing.
Exactly.
All-time pregnancy right now. She's in the prime. So
Okay, so Sister LJ, since you are here, I think it is but right to ask you, what brings you joy, Sister
Yes.
LJ?
Um, what brings me joy, of course, number one is my family. Definitely. Since we started also moving, we're bonding a little bit more because we're soaking up the blessing with having a new home. We've been decorating. I know I've been kind of stuck on a loop building furniture in my room, and it brings me joy, but I was a little frustrated because it took me so long to but other than that, yeah. So our new home is what's bringing me joy now, and of course, my faith as well. There's lots of activities going on in the church. Speaking of activities, we have one tomorrow, which is our Care for Humanity, which is aided to help our province. Actually, we're going through a lot of wildfires, and the District of Manitoba, or just the province of Manitoba, declared a state of emergency. So our brethren have prepared care packages to be given out tomorrow at the Winnipeg South Chapel premises. So hopefully, a lot of our brethren are able to bring evacuees because they've started also coming to the city to evacuate and as well as parts of Ontario, I believe. So I hope it helps them. And yeah, that's about it that's going on in the district right now.
That is
So
such a timely
right?
activity,
Yeah, I
though.
was just gonna say it's a very timely activity.
Mhm.
yeah, and we got a little bit of rain today,
That's
so
great.
hopefully it keeps going throughout the weekend. So that's a blessing. So yeah,
I know, like, we've been doing Care for Humanity events around the world, but especially now, and especially with what's happening in Manitoba, that's such a great activity. It's God's perfect timing, and I hope you're fine, LJ. I hope everyone in your district is fine, po.
the air quality is a little bad, but other
Mhm.
than that, everyone seems to be okay. So that's good. A blessing from God, definitely.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think also like all the wildfires that's happening, it brought all that smoke came here in
Yeah,
Montreal area also.
it's
Oh,
very hazy
really?
today.
Mhm. Like
It's
since
very hazy.
Thursday was really bad. It was very like foggy
Mm.
and
Yeah,
like
you
you can
think it's
smell the
fog,
air.
but really it's like just smoke that is coming from just the air. And it's been super breezy lately here in the city. So it's really just carrying all over. But other than that, yeah, like definitely the Care for Humanities are so timely and definitely brings me joy and it definitely uplifts my faith as well, to be able to have that time to share care packages with our fellow men as well. And even like our CFO cares, we had one recently as well in our district. So to be able to see the brethren as well happy, that also brings me a lot of joy, because it's one of the things that we uphold as well in the church, right? So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. When it's
Aw.
a commitment too. Like whenever you give, when you just give and you don't expect anything in return, you just feel happy in general also. So it's like it's a give and take thing when you want to spread that kind of happiness and love, you'll just feel it naturally, and it comes like that without having to expect anything. So I think that's one of the main goals also for when it comes to care for humanity. We do that because it's a commandment, and we do it because we love our brethren. So, and as much as we want to bring joy to ourselves, it's also good to give some to others because we don't know what everyone's going through, right? So it's always good to just spread a little bit positivity everywhere.
It's good if the thing that brings you joy, the product is giving joy to everyone else, right?
Mhm.
Anyways, we have comments right now. Just want to greet Sister Kayla also said, we miss you po, kakailan natin Joy Solano. And Kuya JC is also commenting, Kuya JC Yumo, happy viewing from Calgary. Kila is life. I don't know who is he telling that to. I don't know, to the three of us.
Is it me, Carla, or me?
Comment down below. From Sister Sally Samortin, hello po to all brethren around the world. Greetings po from Babanuang, Isabella West. And my mom greeted, happy viewing po INCRadio Canada. Hello po everyone from
Hi po,
local
tita.
of Halifax. She's here though. So
Hi
might
po,
as well
tita.
say Beaconsfield. No, but shout out Halifax.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Sister Gina, what brings you joy? We asked everyone, but we haven't asked you yet.
I haven't thought about it. I'm so used to like asking the questions and not actually. I think what brings me joy. Why? I don't know what to answer.
Yeah, what brings you joy? What makes you
Simple
happy?
lang, simple answer lang.
Simply answer lang.
Simple for now, and then we'll get
You
into
know, I,
deeper ones later.
I never find like true joy, like joy that brings you peace whenever I'm in the chapel, like performing duties. That I feel like true peace is found there, and because there might be joy that's like small, like hanging out with friends, like
Hmm.
listening to your favorite music, going to the gym. Talaga ba? Not Kuya Carlos side eyeing me. Pero anyways, pero there's more to life, 'di ba, than having those small moments. And I believe that all of that is a blessing of God. Like all of those are connected, like family, friends, your loved ones. It all boils down to how you worship God and how you please Him. So you and I see a comment. Kuya Carlo, would you like to greet from
Yes, Sister
Ate
Kayla,
Sister Kayla yun?
she says, yes, agree po, Kuya Carlo. Always be kind to everyone and to those who need it. So yeah, that's true. It's something that like we were mentioning earlier, people take for granted as well. Um, just be kind to everyone. We don't know what everyone's going through. It could be like you meet someone and then it looks like they're not in a good mood, so then sometimes it affects you, but maybe they're just going through something, and all they need is just that little gesture for them, someone to reach out and just be kind to them or to bring them some kind of joy, and then it'll just change their whole world, right? So
Yes, you
just
never
be
know
kind
what.
to everyone in general.
Mm, no matter what, right? And it is what is also taught to us. So that's great. Sister LG, would you like to have shout outs? I believe you're in a rush right now, so thank you so much for being here and giving us a part of your time. So would you like to do shout outs?
Yes. Just again, just love to my family. They're both here in Canada and in the Philippines. I know my grandparents are out actually doing visitations with my uncle in one of our neighboring cities, which is Arborg. So we have a small GWS that's under our locale. So hello to the brethren of Arborg. But other than that, I hope everyone here in the District of Manitoba stays safe. And again, I'm looking forward to our Care for Humanity tomorrow at 3 p.m.
And
So I'll update you
sister
guys.
and sister LJ is going to the international.
Yes,
Oh, she's going to the
He
yes.
meet and
is
greet
Kuya
going.
Japan.
Carlo, are you going?
I'm
Next
not sure.
comment.
I don't. Yeah,
Pass.
I think we'll just that would bring me joy, but unfortunately, it's not a joy that I can afford. So it's
Yes.
okay. I'll find my own
No,
It's
means.
not
totally
a joy that I
understand. You
can
know what?
afford.
It's a lot of budgeting, and trust me, I'm doing a lot of budgeting.
Yeah,
So
and you deserve it.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. But I'll see you guys there. Whoever, all of the other Kadiwas there who are might be going, who are tuning in. We hope to see you there in the Kadiwa International Meet and Greet in Japan. Arigato
Oh,
gozaimasu.
Sister LG, can you just answer the last question as well as for our comments down below? If you would like to answer the question, who would you like to thank for the joys in your life and give a shout out to?
I would say my parents, because they played such a big role in my life, especially supporting me with any kind of things that I want to do, especially in my career. I'm taking a little bit of a break from school, and they supported that little bit of break just to kind of enjoy, the summer, and as well supported me going to Japan. So that's one of the other
Very
things,
valid. Very valid.
right? So I was like, mom, dad, I'm not gonna go to school this year. You like go to the Kadiwa meeting. But you know what? They're like, that's fine. It's because once I'm, go back to school, I'm really locked in at that point, and having to go to an international, travel, traveling within Canada is easy. That's pretty not too heavy on the pocket, if anything. But
Yes.
definitely going to an
International flights
international,
or not.
it's a little, yeah, that's a little like, whew, you have to prepare for those things. So yeah, I'm just super thankful for my family, and yeah, we hope to bring lots more love in our new home. But if you guys ever want to visit, there's an extra room.
Say less.
You guys can sleep
Less
over.
room.
Come visit Winnipeg because we miss you guys, especially from last
Sure.
year's Kadua meet and greet.
Oh,
We're
It was really fun
reigniting
there.
Never break our
that
streak.
excitement. I'm so excited.
we never break our streak. Every time we broadcast,
exactly.
we never fail to mention it.
That's so true. I think, yeah, since we had the meet and greet, it's been like every time you hosted, you always talked about it. It always came back
Yeah.
around.
Talking about
It's
it.
just one of those core memories that you have. Actually, my favorite core memories, favorite core joy in my life. I'll never forget it. So yeah, hopefully.
You're gonna have another one added when you go to Japan. too.
Yes.
Saw her
exactly.
crush us. That's why.
Yeah.
And then
You go
maybe
to
next year I'll
Japan.
see you guys again.
Oh yeah.
Maybe in Montreal.
Okay, you
You
can
get
now
to be
go.
guys as well.
You can now go.
See ya.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Sister
let me go.
LJ. We love to see you here.
Bye. Thank
We
you.
Bye,
love
Thank
talking
LJ.
to you.
you.
All right. Sister Joy's back. How are you, Sister Joy?
Yeah, it was really stressful.
Okay.
It's
You're
a
doing great,
talking
though.
joy.
Your connection has never been so good right now. So
No, my
Okay,
computer died. It was kind of stressful.
Would you like to greet?
Yeah,
Would you
go
like to
ahead.
read
Go ahead,
comment?
Joy.
Oh yes, well,
Just the last comment that we have.
yes, but from Sister Priscilla Batan. Hello, everyone. Happy watching po from Rizal. Stay safe and happy weekend for always. God bless to all brethren around the world.
Yay! Thank you.
Again, to everyone that's watching and listening to us, comment us what brings you joy, what brings you happiness.
That's
So
what's up.
I'd like to ask Janina, how do you remind yourself to appreciate?
Oh
not
yeah,
taking
let's
for
ask.
granted?
Let's do that after
Oh,
our
why?
vlog.
Okay. Oh, true. That's true. Before we get into that, we have
Would you like to
a
like
vlog.
give
So-
us a description though?
So, like we mentioned earlier, 2 weeks ago we had a Kadiwa Cadbin floral arrangement activity, and so during that activity, Sister Janina and along with very awesome brother, they were going around
I was just a
and just
cameraman. It was all him.
filming the whole experience and asking the brother how are they doing and what brings them joy. So, Kuitek, if you can play the video vlog of
Could you?
the Kadiwa.
What brings me joy?
What's up, INC Radio?
Hi, my name is Sister Andrea. Why was
Yo,
Talk to that.
yo, INC Radio, you see that? Bro, like yo. Excuse me, sister, can we interview you real quick?
Oh, sure, Paul.
Okay, but so, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sister Angelica from Edmonton, Paul.
Okay, and our question for you is, what brings you joy?
What brings me joy is,
Wait, what is zooming on?
I like going to cafes and doing my own hobbies.
Such as?
I like doing pottery.
Okay, okay. Shout out what?
She has
Do
shout
you have any shout outs?
I guess so. I like to shout out my mom and my dad
Okay.
and my dog. Her name is Tootsie.
Shout out Tootsie. Atimika, come here. Can we interview you real quick, please?
Bruh,
Bro, what?
what happened?
Yeah, can we interview you real quick, please? Okay, so please introduce yourself real quick.
Hello, I'm Brother Tyrone from Wellington, Edmonton District. Paul,
Okay. We have one question for you, Paul. What brings you joy?
what brings you joy? My friends and my family, Paul.
Oh, yeah.
And serving the Lord God, amen.
Do you have any shout outs for the camera, Paul?
Shout out District of Edmonton. That's where I grew up. That's where I was born.
Represent.
They're wonderful people, very friendly. I'll come over sometime.
Oh, really? Okay. Next up, Edmonton! Yeah!
Okay, next. Say thank you.
Thank you, Paul, brother.
Say thank you.
Flowers in general, they always trim the bottom because the flowers are very long. However, when you trim your flowers, you don't.
Can we interview you real quick? Yes? Yeah. Okay, so please introduce yourself to the camera.
Hi, my name is Sister Andrea from the local
Yeah. Oh, could you name some of your duties in the church?
Sorry. Oh, my duties. So I'm a student. Wait, no, not a student first choir. I'm an adult choir member. I'm also an HBO. HBO. What does that stand for again? Him video operator.
Oh no, edit that. So, firstly, how are you enjoying the activity right now?
It's very fun. You get to interact with like a lot of like members and like from different locales.
And we have one question for you. What brings you joy?
What brings me most?
What brings you joy?
My family.
Family? Okay, okay. Do you have any shout outs to give the camera?
Shout out to family. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my ate.
Shout out to her. You know, let's get her happy here.
Shout out to INCRadio. Shout out to INCRadio.
Hey, that's what's up.
At INCRadio.org. Shout out to INCmedia.org.
Oh, she's so cute.
Hold on, let's ask. Excuse me, can we
My
please interview you real
cousin.
quick?
What's up, cousin?
Yeah, the cousin. I come in.
Edit this out.
Yes.
I'm not good at answering.
So please, first off, introduce yourself to the camera.
My name is Jerry Mesa Pero.
Could you talk to us about any of your duties in the church?
I'm a choir member.
That's all? Okay.
Okay, I'm a dedicated choir member.
Okay, boom. Dedicated choir member. Okay. So we have one question for you. What brings you joy?
My joy. My family. My family.
Family? Anything else?
Your
Your duties?
My dogs.
Oh yeah, your dogs. Yo, shout out your dogs.
Shout out. Let's pop up a little picture.
Twinkle and sky.
Twinkle the sky.
Ah, you edited some pictures in
Yeah.
there. Exactly. Okay, thank you, sister.
Dabby up, dabby up.
That's my cousin, guys. By the way.
Yeah, shout out. Come and introduce yourself.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay, boom. My name is Brother Joshua Cano from the local congregation at Beaconsfield. Sorry, Korea. Yeah, that's it. I'm a choir member, TSB officer, Binhi, soon to be Kadiwa officer too.
Oh, that's what's up. What did it?
Oh, wait. Brother, can we interview you real quick? Who does he think he is?
You're not July.
How is he saying that in the camera? You're not. Okay, come guys. Can we interview you real quick? Yeah. So.
Wait lang, padaanin mo muna ako.
Oh, that's in camera.
That's the camera. No, I'm recording.
Please keep that in the video.
Yeah, I will.
Please please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Daniel Regado. I'm the CFO overseer of Quebec and Atlantic Canada.
What do you think of the activity so far, Paul?
It's quite fun. It's interesting. The Kaniwas, the beanies, they get to learn how to make flowers, especially for the Kaniwas, for their future one.
Oh, okay.
Beanies, no.
Yeah, no, not yet.
For your mom.
For the moms. Exactly. And we have one question for you, Paul. What brings you joy, Paul?
What brings me joy? It's just always seeing the Kaniwas, the beanies enjoy. And so that one way for them to grow in their faith, and then the love of the brotherhood, it only fortifies the brother in Montreal.
Okay. Do you have any shout outs to give to the camera?
Hi everybody, continue to do the good work.
Thank you, Paul.
Wow, INCRadio.
These are vulgar.
She kind of put me on the spot. I can't even.
Interview guys.
Can we interview you for real quick? No? No, she said no.
I just did good on my trip.
You just got on your trip?
Yeah.
You're tired?
No.
Welcome.
Yeah, we just took a long way.
Oh, Atipat, can we interview you real quick?
Why? Why, bro?
I think I just got ignored.
Yeah, bro. It's okay. Rejection is God's redirection.
Whoa.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Next, honey.
Excuse me, bro. Excuse me. Alright, but can we interview you? She didn't even let me finish. What?
Stop.
Can I please interview you, bro? She said no, bro.
Nah.
This is your Kaniwa president, bro.
He's camera shy.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
She's going to interview you for our vlog club.
Sure.
So please introduce yourself to the camera.
Hi, I'm Sister Yasmin from the local Detroit.
Can you talk to us about your duties?
So I'm a choir member, a CEBSI chairperson, and finance officer.
Okay. How are you enjoying the activity so far?
I'm having so much fun. Look at my arrangement.
I think it could be better, but it's okay. We have one question for you, Paul.
Okay, Paul.
What brings you joy, Paul?
What brings me joy is fulfilling our duties to our Almighty God and bringing Him glory.
Do you have any shout?
Bro, we're doing a
You
vlog.
guys ruined the interview. Sorry. Do you have any shout outs, Paul?
That wasn't me. But
Oh my god! Shout out!
shout out to my parents and to my fellow officers in the local Detroit
Okay, Bonjour represent.
and to the love of my life.
Alright.
Thank you for the interview.
Thank you, Paul.
That's what's up. Next.
Yeah.
Sorry about.
Where does he think he's going? Can you interview you real quick?
Yeah.
So please introduce yourself to the camera.
I'm Brother Carl Marquez from the District of Ottawa. Retake. Here, retake.
Okay, me too.
Me too. Could you please introduce yourself to the camera, please?
Hi, my name is Brother Carl Marquez from the District of Quebec and Atlantic Canada, and I'm the District Kaniwa President.
So how do you think of the activity so far, Paul?
I think it's doing really good. Our brethren are enjoying. Lots of flowers are being shared, and rapping is rapping, and yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah, everything looks good, but we have one question for you, Paul. What brings you joy, Paul, brother?
What brings me joy? Serving God.
Serving
Yeah,
God,
spending the whole day at church and just seeing stuff like this.
Paul.
That's what brings me really joy.
That's amazing, Paul. And we have one more question.
Sure.
Do you have any shout-outs to give the camera, Paul?
I'd like to give out shout out to all the Kaniwas that are watching this and all the Kaniwas that are here right now, and to the District of Quebec and Atlantic Canada. You guys are amazing.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Gosh, what
Yes.
brings you joy?
What brings me joy? What brings me joy is seeing all of I tried to interview them earlier. Okay, one more.
And the vlog with your bro.
Okay.
Hello.
Shout out.
Oh, shout out to my family.
Hey, and to mine.
I'm Brother Joshua,
I'm Brother Lawrence.
and this is a day in the life of a CFO officer.
I don't know how to.
Right. Sister Gina, you wanna elaborate on that vlog?
Yeah, we just basically we just vlogged the whole activity. But shout out to Brother Josh Cano, Brother Joshua Cano, Brother Lawrence, and to everyone who was in that vlog, who was down to be interviewed. Thank you for making that activity.
Yeah, very entertaining. The energy was very high.
What's your comment? I would like to ask Sister Alec because she's been like reacting all this time.
My cheekbones hurt. Like I can't stop.
Feels like you were there, right, Joy?
Yeah.
Basically.
I just want to read a few of the comments because a lot of brethren also reacted to like the whole vlog. So we have Sister LJ. She said, "What a cute activity for flower arrangement making." Sister Kayla said, "This vlog is so cute, but very genuine." Haha. Sister Yasmin, shout out, happy viewing po from the local Droid district of QC and Atlantic. Ate Tita Zenaida, hello, INCRadio Canada. Greetings from Midtown Toronto district of Greater Toronto, Canada. And Kayla, she says, "Whoa, the camera angles po Ate Nina."
I know.
Angles.
It was very
Like
hard in the
all up.
wrist because it was a lot of circle.
Hmm.
Yeah. But
Especially
basically,
on my part, that thing made me dizzy when you came up to me and like I was trying to like.
I don't know what I was
the
giving,
camera.
but I was like, I gotta make it entertaining, you know. Anyways, would you like to shout out the Kadiwas that you saw there, Kuya Carlo?
Yeah, so I'd like to shout out at Sister Honeylyn, our district vice Kadiwa president in our district, Sister Yasmin. I saw Sister Ann, Sister Jet was there, Brother Joshua who was there, Sister Mika, Ate Pat, um, Brother Carr, Sister
Oh,
Gina
Brother
yourself was there.
Carr!
Yeah, Brother Carr was there also. Sister Angelica and her brother that were there. They came from
Yes.
Edmonton, so they were actually in town for the weekend, and they decided to come and spend time and pass by for the activity. So shout out to both of them for coming to the activity.
Yeah, that activity truly brought us joy.
Mm.
Got a lot of good photos out of it. And sharing is caring. You know, we didn't have like a lot of flowers.
But
But-
everyone still went back home with a bouquet, so which was nice.
Yes, it was very nice, you know.
So
Anyways,
going back to that question I was asking earlier, Janina, before the vlog,
I forgot
how do
about
you
it.
remind yourself to appreciate and to not take it for granted? Those things that bring you joy.
I want to ask Sister Joy Joy first. Cause,
Okay, and then we'll ask you again after.
Yes. Then I'll ask you so you forget to ask.
All
me.
right.
Let's go.
Definitely put during the worship service, because I love, the choir, but during the worship service, while I'm singing, but and while I'm praying, and as well, but as because it's been really stressful with school lately because of exams, but definitely, but being able to be in the worship service and singing reminds me of how much this brings me joyful and how much I love this duty.
That is so true. Whenever you reflect, whenever you read everything that's happening in your life, right? Because when you reflect and when you really mediate, that's when it all makes sense. Like when you go back with everything that happened in your life that we needed. Right, Kuya Carlo? Can you relate to what Sister Joy said?
For sure. And like especially on the weekends whenever we have days packed full of activities. You know, this whole week we've had our own personal activities and things to do. But then when it comes to performing our duties at church and serving God the whole day, it's a kind of joy and happiness that you can't really describe compared to the things that you do on a daily basis, right? So going to church, you just leave and you feel more fulfilled. You feel tired, but you don't feel tired. If that makes any sense. So yeah, I think that's something.
Happy pagod.
Exactly. Happy pagod. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Like whenever we spend time, not just together because we perform, yeah, like what you saw in the activity, we perform together there, and that was like a whole day of, doing performing our activity, our duties all day. And I feel like all of us can relate that in the weekend, it's either Saturday or Sunday that's we're at church. You
Yeah.
know?
Either or, it's like a full day of just church, and we love it.
Yeah. One thing for me, I like to journal. Sometimes whenever I feel like big emotions, may it be good or bad, I feel like journaling really does like make me reflect and make me more grateful. And whenever I'm down after praying, I just like to scroll past the ones when I was 16, when I was 18, and say, look at this girl. She didn't know anything that was gonna happen in her future, but look at that until now. 26 guys. My age reveal.
Yeah, I think that's one thing too that's really good when it comes to like journaling. It helps you reflect on like your day or whatever just happened. It brings you back, and it gives you a step back to think of what just happened and what you're grateful for in that moment. And you know why? I think it's because also when you pray, when it comes to prayer, you end your day with a prayer, and the first thing you do in your prayer is to obviously give thanks to God, but then you be specific in your prayer to thank God for what happened. And
Yes.
that's what reminds you of being grateful, what brought you joy throughout the day. So let's say in that day, during the floral activity, for me, it's when everyone was just having fun in the activity. I like to step back and just have my own moment in the corner and just observe. I don't do anything. I'm just watching, and that's how you really how do you say, you take in the moment and you just feel everything that's happening. You see, you look at everyone's faces, you just analyze the
Be in the
expression, you just
moment.
feel
Yeah.
everyone's going on. So that's something that how I remind myself to not take anything for granted. So even when we're just having family dinner or we're just at the table and we're just like talking about our day, and it's not me talking, but let's say my ate is talking,
Mm.
and I would just listen, but then I would observe how the whole family is just our chemistry is just there. So
Mm.
moments like that when I'm not involved myself in the situation, that's how I'm reminded of not taking something for granted because I'm just understanding what's happening. And I'm like, oh, this is, it brings me peace, it brings me happiness. Same thing when you're performing your duty, like what, yeah, Joy's saying. So I thought you have something to say.
Oh, sorry, no, Priya, I didn't mean to like interrupt
No, no,
you.
no. I know you're gonna relate something to what I'm saying, so just go for it.
Yeah, it's just back to what you were saying about prayer. That's why it's super important for us to have like devotional prayer because we like thank God for the things he has given us, and it really like grounds us like at the end of the day, and it like grounds us to what he has given us.
I know. It's I can relate to all of your guys' answers. And I like the being the moment because it's so easy to take for granted peacefulness. Because every day, especially here where we live in, it's so easy to like take for granted how easy it is to go to places, to work, to go to school, to have food on the table, to have shelter over our heads. That sometimes you just have to pause because every day it's so easy, like you're commuting, you're on your phone, you have to submit all these things, do all these things, but sometimes you just have to sit in a room, be with the people you love, and just be
Like,
there.
like slow down. I
Yeah.
think that's a one way to remind yourself. Just slow down instead of moving on to the next thing that's gonna make you happy or like look excited towards to. Then just instead of looking for something so far ahead, just appreciate what's happening now. Like what you said, journaling or taking the time to just relax and then just enjoy it. So
Mhm.
yeah. So Sister Janine, you've been asking everybody also, but who would you like to thank?
Well,
Who
I
do you
think we all have one answer, Kuya Carlo and Sister
think?
Joy. It's our Almighty God. You know, at the end of the day, all the people that we have in our lives is given by God, the family that we have, the friends, the church administration, our duties, it's all from Him, right?
Mhm. Yeah, acknowledging God and what the lesson was for the kids today. So again, the one we all the thanks, all the glory to it's from our mighty God because He's the one that allows us to feel these happiness, to allow us to still feel content despite everything that's happening in our lives. We still have those moments to cherish whenever, let's say, we went through a hard week, but then the weekend comes and then we perform our duties. It's like everything that happened this past week just gone.
Yes.
Just feel strengthened, you feel renewed,
All the problems, right?
just gone.
You forget about
It's
it.
it's really a feeling that I think as you get older, you really start to see it when you come inside the place of worship or the chapel and you perform. you can really feel all the worries and problems are just outside the door. Like, you don't feel any of that.
Mhm.
That's a kind of happiness that you can only feel here inside the church. So
True happiness. And speaking of true happiness, the last video segment that we have for tonight is, of course, verse of the week. So, Kuya Tech, if you can please play our verse of the week segment.
It's no secret that everyone wants to live a more joyful life. Many people turn to self-help books, blogs, listen to podcasts, or even attend seminars just to learn how to be happier. But despite all of this, many are still troubled, worried, and some even become depressed. So can we truly be happy in this life? I'm Brother Joseph Penwell, and this is what we will learn in our verse of the week, here in Psalms 128, 1 down to 3. Blessed, happy, fortunate, to be envied, is everyone who fears, reveres, and worships the Lord, who walks in his ways and lives according to his commandments. For you shall eat the fruit of the labor of your hands. Happy, blessed, fortunate, enviable shall you be, and it shall be well with you. Your wife shall be as a fruitful vine in the innermost parts of your house, your children like olive plants round about your table. So the Bible tells us that there are those who are actually happy and blessed. Who are they? Those who fear, revere, worship, and obey the commandments of God. And why are they happy? Because God provides them with their daily needs and blesses them with a happy home. So remember, the kind of joy that we long for can be attained if we revere and worship our Lord God and obey His words. To our friends, we invite you to learn more about the Church of Christ. Join us in our Bible studies and worship services and learn how to live a life with God as the key to finding true happiness. This is the verse of the week. Stay safe, stay strong, and stay faithful. God bless.
there you go. And there you have it. A very timely verse of this week. Verse of the week as well, to always remind us of all where all this joy, all these blessings comes from. Always comes from the one up there, our Almighty God. So,
Yes.
Sister Janina, would you have any final shout outs, Paul?
Yes, before we end our show, thank you so much, Paul, to everyone. Thank you, Sister Joy, to Brother Carlo, and to everyone who joined us, and to everyone who watched INCRadio Canada. And of course, a special acknowledgement goes to our most beloved Executive Minister, Paul, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, and our Deputy Executive Minister, Paul, Brother Angelo Eranio Manalo, for everything that you do for all of us, Paul, for your love and concern. We appreciate them, Paul, and having a platform like INCRadio po. Thank you po, and we love you so much po. And we also want to greet our District Minister po, Brother Muriel Cadasio, as well as our Assistant District Minister, Brother Aaron Maniabo po, and our CF Overseer, Brother Jael Robergado, and to our DMM Advisor, Kuya FG, Kuya Franklin Bunag po, and to Kuya Brian Season, happy birthday!
Happy birthday, po, Kuya Brian. So shout out to Kuya Brian, to all. Also, everyone in the district, po, again, also giving a big shout out to all the Kadiwas and Binhi here in the district of QC and Atlantic Canada. So again, thank you for tuning in to INCRadio Canada. Merci d'avoir écouté INCRadio Canada. Tune in to our next program, Highlights.
Thank
Thank you so much, po. Thank you everyone for watching, for tuning in.
Sa bayan nga